Thank you, thank you. First of all, happy Mother's Day. Thank you so much for coming out on this Mother's Day and making time to watch our concert and share this music with you. It's a pleasure to be playing for you. For those that don't know me or may have forgot, I'm Ben Jalensky. I'm currently working on my master's at the Eastman School of Music, but I was a parishioner here at Sacred Heart for the past 4 years while I was a student at the Oberlin Conservatory. I played many Sundays with the church choir. I also participated in a lot of the Sacred Heart the Sacred Heart concert series concerts that took place here. So it's always fun to come to my old stomping grounds, if you will, and it's just so great to be a part of this community. So thanks for having me back. That first piece you just heard was called On Your Own Now by Steven Verhelst. He's a trombonist from the Netherlands. He also composes a lot of music, especially for trombone. And that piece was written in a consortium, so a lot of big name players paid money to have this piece written. And as the title suggests, it's about going off into the world on your own, and it can be a little scary. That's kind of what the first part of this piece is kind of trying to convey, the kind of unsureness, those kinds of feelings with going off on your own. And you know, as we know, sometimes life just pulls us right along, and we just got to kind of go with the groove, and that's what that groove section is supposed to replicate. So that's On Your Own Now. Next, we're going to have Adam Chlebek, who's graduating in a week, and he won't be getting too far away from me. He's going to be joining me at the Eastman School, working on his master's as well in organ performance, so you get to hear him play next. Here's Adam.
Thank you, Ben, for that introduction, and thank you all for being here today. It's such a pleasure to be back here at Sacred Heart playing on another concert in this series. For those of you that might not know me, I spent a little bit less time here than Ben and everybody else. My name is Adam Chlebek. I'm just about to graduate from Oberlin as an organist. I spent the majority of my freshman year here playing at Sacred Heart for Sunday Masses with the choir, participating in a lot of concerts in that time. So this place is in some ways a home for me as well. It's definitely been a home. It's definitely been a place of great spiritual fulfillment for me, as well as musical fulfillment. So it's great to be back. A little bit about the piece that I'm going to play for you. This is the Sicilienne by Maurice Dufufle. Now, Dufufle was a composer who was in some ways kind of an outlier in when he was active. In the 50s and around that time, a lot of composers were trying a lot of very experimental, interesting things and a lot of very out there music. Dufufle was different in that his style was a lot more conservative, a lot more impressionistic, which was very much sort of out of the fashion at the time. So sometimes I think like what it would be like if Dufufle, or rather Debussy and Ravel composed organ music. I think Dufufle comes pretty close to how that would sound. It's this piece that I'll play for you is a very beautiful sort of impressionistic piece. Leaves you hanging in a lot of places, leaves you sort of suspended in these super lush harmonies and these like super beautiful melodies. So that's about as much as I have to say, or as much as I'd like to say to, you know, quit stalling and actually play the piece. This is Dufufle's Sicilienne. Thank you again for having me. I hope you enjoy.
Okay, so that last piece was Hossanah by Franz Liszt. Anytime as a trombone player you get like a big composer like Liszt to write a piece for you, you take that opportunity and you play it. It was written for, he actually had a trombone player friend that he wrote the piece for, and it was called Sunday Piece, so a piece to be played at like a Sunday Mass, kind of like this. It was based on a hymn. I'm not going to try to pronounce it because my German is terrible, but the piece is based on a German hymn. A lot of times people will start off with the hymn and then perform the piece as we just did. So it's a little bit about that last piece. It's inspired by the music of Gabrielli, big brass composer in the 1500s, kind of that antiphonal, big church sound, as you could tell from Adam going all stops on the organ. It's a pretty big piece, so it's fun to play. As Adam said earlier, everything is better with organ. So, yeah. So before we do this last little thing here, just want to say some thank yous. First of all, thanks again for coming out, especially on Mother's Day. I know there's a lot. You could have made a lot of choices, and we're glad you chose to make some time for us today. Thank you to Father Trask and Carl for your continued support of our concerts here. Thank you to Adam for performing with me today. And I should probably say a little bit about why we put on this concert. So this summer, we are putting on the Sacred Heart Chamber Music Summit. It's going to be a week-long festival being held right here at Sacred Heart for high school students in the area, high school band students, and it's just a chance to make music together. So we're going to put them in trios, quartets, quintets. They're going to be coached by me and a colleague and friend of mine, John Pilato. We're going to be running things throughout the week, so they're going to rehearse with us. We're going to do master classes. They're going to have performance opportunities. They're going to do other fun activities throughout the week. It's all going to culminate towards an end of the week performance, so they're going to have a little performance opportunity right here. So first of all, if you know any high school band students who are looking for something to do this summer, keep up on their chops and meet people in a fun way, this would be for them. So you can come see me after if you want any more information on that. Also, we did get a grant from the Eastman Institute of Music Leadership. Thank you, if you happen to be watching. But any more support is always helpful to pay our faculty, to get supplies, to just make sure things run smoothly. So if you're feeling generous and you have a few bucks to spare, if you're able, if you could donate a few dollars to our Chamber Music Summit this summer, that'd be greatly appreciated, and that would go a long way. And stay tuned for those concerts as well. So enough about that. We're going to end with our last piece here. It's our famous bit whenever we don't know what else to play, we do an improv. So this is going to be all made up on the spot. Kind of in real time, so it's always fun. Nice little Sacred Heart tradition. So we're going to end with an improv. So enjoy, and thank you again for coming out, and happy Mother's Day. I don't want to go the long way. Oh, well, you get my steps in.
Thank you.